Hi everyone, my name is Denise Coughlan, owner of Resolute Pilates and Wellness Studios, and I'm coming back to you again today with another video. This time we're going to focus on a little bit more work on standing. So I'm going to do the warm-up from seated position and then the rest of the workout from standing. So you're going to need your chair for the warm-up and also for the standing for support. So as before in all the previous videos, if you have any health conditions or any injuries, illnesses that you might need to seek medical clearance beforehand when you're taking part in these videos. Okay, so you're going to bring yourself into your warm-up seated position. So just making sure that the feet then are directly underneath the knees. Knees are in line with the hips and we're sitting comfortably into the back of your chair. We're going to lengthen the spine, keeping the head in line with the spine, drawing the shoulders away from the ears and bringing the awareness to the breath. So we're inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Breathing in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the same on the exhale breath. And as you're breathing, I want you to bring the awareness through what we call the core activation. So just want to visualize the belly button ever so gently drawn towards the back of the chair or towards the back of the spine. It's only a very, very gentle connection just to help support and strengthen the back. So continuing to focus on the breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. So we're going to start off with a very gentle warm-up. You can let your hands rest on your thighs to the side of the chair, wherever feels comfortable. And we're going to start off with head nods from the neck, the cervical spine. So we're going to inhale, look down, lengthening into the back of the neck, and exhale, looking straight ahead of you. So for this one, you just want to make sure that you're not forcing your chin down. You're just allowing the head to tilt or nod. And we're keeping the upright posture position with the back against the chair. So 2 more times, inhale looking down and exhale looking ahead of you, and 1 more time. And then coming back to center. So we're going to rotate the head to one side, exhale and inhale. So head rotations, looking over your shoulder. And these ones just really help to loosen out the neck tension and keep that range of movement as well. You can do these anytime during the day just to help relieve any tension that you're holding. And let's do 1 more time. And then coming back to the center. So we're going to drop the ear to the shoulder and then coming back to the center. See, there's head tilts. We're tilting the head to the side. So we're bringing the ear to the shoulder, not the shoulder to the ear. Keep sitting nice and tall, keeping the awareness with the breath. Inhaling to the side and exhaling to the center. 1 more time. And then coming back to the center slowly. Just going to give those shoulders a little bit of a roll, shoulder rolls. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Just keep lengthening through the spine. We're going to change direction on those circles. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Let's do 1 more time in this direction. And then releasing the hands down slowly. So we're going to let the arms rest down by your side. And we're going to come into elevation and depression on your scapula, your shoulders. So we're going to inhale, draw the shoulders to the ears, elevate, and exhale, depress. Inhale, shoulders to the ears, and exhale, hands down towards the ground. So we're going to also add in a little bit of a work through the ankles, through the calves. So we're going to raise the heels off the ground as the shoulders come up, and then lower the heels as the shoulders come down. So it's elevation and depression on your scapula, your shoulders, as well as calf raises. So the toes stay touching the mat. Okay, so let's do 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so we're going to go lateral flexion. We're going to reach over to the side as you exhale. And inhale, coming back to the center and change. Okay, so what we're trying to do is to ground or keep the weight into your sit bones, into your bum, so you don't feel like you're falling off to one side. And we're just allowing the spine to move sideways, lateral flexion. And we're going to do 1 more time. And then back to center again. So we're going to reach the arms ahead of you for protraction and retraction on your scapula, shoulders. So we're going to inhale, reach the arms ahead of you, and exhale, draw the shoulders back. So you want to think behind the back of the shoulder blades, and what we're trying to do is to open and close the space behind the shoulders. Keep lengthening the spine, keeping that awareness with the breath and the connection with the core. And we're going to add in a single leg stretch, stretching the leg away from you as you exhale. Inhale, bending the leg, draw the shoulders back, exhale, and inhale. Okay? So we're just trying to lengthen out through the front of your thigh. Good. Keep focusing on the breath. Keep working through the legs as well as the shoulders at the same time. One more time. And then releasing down slowly to rest. Bring the shoulders into a roll again, just loosening out, keeping the awareness with the breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And then slowly we're going to bring the spine forward, so spinal flexion. We're going to bring the head into head nod. And remember, only go as far as you feel comfortable. We want to keep the base of your spine and your sit bones, your bum, into the chair. And then lengthening the spine up, one vertebrae at a time. Okay, so head nods, chin tilts, and start to roll the spine forwards. Taking it down one vertebrae at a time and building it back up, one vertebrae at a time. Okay, 2 more times. Exhale. And inhale. And one more time. And lengthening back up, back to your starting position. Spine twist, last one, and then we're going to come to standing position. So fingertips underneath the chin, nice long spine. We're going to try and sit up as tall as you can, and we're going to exhale, rotating the spine, and inhale, coming into center. Exhale to the opposite side, and inhale, coming into the center. So really trying to lengthen the spine. You're using the fingertips underneath the chin, just so we know that the head is staying in line with the spine. We're going to do 2 more times. Exhale, and inhale, and one more time. And then relaxing down slowly, and give the shoulders a little bit of a roll. Okay, so that's your warm-up. We're going to bring yourself up to standing position next. So you're going to push yourself up slowly to stand, and we're going to come around to the back of your chair. Okay, so try and get a chair or something that's high enough that you're not leaning forward, so it gives you a little bit of support holding onto it. So we're going to hold on to the chair. You want to make sure that your feet are underneath your knees are underneath your hips, lengthening the spine so the head is stacked above the shoulders, shoulders above the hips, knees and ankles. So everything in that nice neutral position. Keep that gentle connection with the core, and we're going to start off with some side leg raises. So we're going to alternate legs. Make sure you bring your foot back underneath your hip again, so we have that even weight distributed across the foot there. So this is working into the hip, into the side of the legs, but we also are working into the waist area, the obliques. So try not to lean forwards, try not to look down towards the ground, so keep standing nice and tall. You can have a little soft bend in your legs, you don't have to have them locked out straight. But making sure that you're keeping that centre of balance. And if anyone wants to try and make this one a little bit harder, it's going to challenge the balance, you can hold on to the hips and keep alternating the legs. So it's just making it a little bit more challenging with the balance position. So keep the connection with the core and the breath, shoulders relaxed, head in line with the spine. So we're alternating legs. Okay, let's do 2 more times. Feel that one after a while. One more time, and let it relax down slowly. So keeping the feet underneath the knees, knees underneath the hips. We're going to come up onto the tippy toes, so calf raises. Coming back down to the heel. Inhale, coming up, and exhale, coming down. So just want to imagine like you have a book resting on top of the head. So we're lengthening the spine upwards instead of leaning forwards. Okay, so trying to balance that book on your head. Keeping the gentle connection with the core. And again, if anyone wants to try and challenge the balance a little bit more, you can hold on to the hips, or you can use your hands out to the side. Okay, so this is really working on the calves, behind the back of the leg, right just above the ankle area into the calf, and it's also working ankle strength. Okay, so nice and slow and controlled. If anyone wants to add a little bit of arm work, come up on the tippy toes. and down slowly. Okay, so you're going into the overhead arm raises. Okay, so it's okay if you have a little bit of a stumble every now and then, because this is a hard one. And if you feel like you're off balance, just hold on to the chair. Okay, so let's do 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. 1 more time. And then coming back down slowly. Well done. So holding back onto the chair again. If you want, you can move a little bit further back on this one. Or another way of doing it is to turn sideways. So I'll do it this way first. And we're bringing the knee in through the arms. And it's a knee raise. Okay? So you don't need to take the leg as high as the hip. It doesn't have to be that high, but it's up to you. Wherever you feel comfortable. So these ones are a little bit of bringing in a little bit of cardio work as well, because we're moving the body a little bit faster than what we normally do. So if you feel like you're heating up too much, you feel like you're out of breath, slow it down, okay, and really take your time. So you can also do this one sideways, okay, so it just gives you a little bit more room to lift the leg, and you can also stand nice and tall in this position, because you have that little bit extra room. Okay, so this one is working through the hip into the front of your thigh, your quad stretch. Okay, so again, if you want to make this one a little bit harder, what you can do is to let go of the chair, make sure you've got room again, and go opposite hand to opposite knee. Okay, so this is a little bit of coordination work. Keep it nice and slow and controlled, and keep the focus with the breath. Exhale, inhale. So we're challenging balance. We're still working through the core, strengthening through the back, and working through the legs. And the bonus then we're getting a little bit of cardio work as well. Okay, so remember, take your time. Make sure that you have that balance and support. 2 more times. Okay, 1 more time. And release down slowly. So you do feel that after a while onto the hips. So this one's called a leg curl position. And this is hamstrings this time, the backs of the legs and the bum. So we're going to face this direction and then I'll show you sideways. So we're going to bring the heel in towards your bum. Okay, so this is heel towards your bum. And with this one, you want to try and make sure that your knees stay together, okay? So if you imagine like you've got a book on your head still, and this time there's another one in between your knees. So we're trying to keep those knees touching. So you can do this sideways if you want to. And what we're trying to do is to bring the heel in towards your bum. And you want to really imagine, like, think of like a real heavy weight wrapped around your ankle. So it's just trying to make it a little bit more challenging as you're lifting and lowering the leg. Remember, you're trying to get those legs together. Okay, again, you can take the second hand away if you want to try and challenge the balance a little bit more. Keeping the awareness with the breath. We're alternating legs. Exhale, inhale. Okay? 2 more times. 1 more time. And release it down slowly. Well done. So you should have felt that one. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of work inner and outer thighs. So the last one we did, going outside, alternating. Very similar movement. This time we're going to step out to the side. So we're going to step and come back. Okay? And step and come back. So when you're doing the stepping in and out, just want to make a nice wide step. If you find it's too wide, just take it smaller. And again, you still have that book on top of the head. And you can use your hands on your hips. Okay, so we're not bending into a lunge position. You want to just keep the legs stretched. Okay? And just really think of working the inner and the outer thighs, focusing on that breath. Okay, so again, you can slow it down, but it is bringing that extra little bit of cardio work in, and you can also add in the arms. Okay? Just to shoulder level. You can hold on to the chair still if you need to. So let's do 2 more times. 1 more time. And coming back into your starting position slowly. Okay, so remember, grab a drink if you need to, because it is a little bit more cardio work. So you will feel yourself getting warmer. Okay, so this one is a little bit of a hip release. So what we're trying to do is, you probably need to stand sideways on this one, but I'll show you face on just in case you want to try it this way. So we're going to circle. Bring the knee up and circle it around. So you really need to have a little bit of space in there to do this one. So you can do this one sideways. Okay? So you bring the knee up and around. And then the opposite leg and circle. Okay? So what we're trying to do is to create some circles through those hips. Imaginary book on top of the head. Keeping the awareness with the breath. We're challenging the balance. 2 more times. 1 more time. Okay, so we're going to do that in the opposite direction. So this is actually a little bit hard to try and get the opposite direction. So we take the leg back, out to the side and around. Out to the side and around. Okay? Keep the awareness with the breath. You don't even have to go really high with the leg. You can keep it small circles. 2 more times. 1 more time. And then rest it down slowly. Okay, so this one's a nice little coordination one. We're going to use both hands on the hips if you want to try and challenge the balance, or you can hold on to the chair. So I'll do it both ways for you. So we're going to start by stepping 1 leg forward. Step 1 leg back. Out to the side and together. Okay? So again, opposite leg, 1 leg forwards. Same leg back. Out to the side and back to the center. Okay, so I'll do this way. Right, so step 1 leg forward. The same leg back. The same leg to the side. And the same leg back to your starting position. So any breath is fine. This one, it's just more to get the coordination, bringing that focus mind to body. But as well as that, it's still working that mobility through the hip and all around the front and the back, inner, outer thighs. Okay, so you can use your hands on your hips to challenge the balance a little bit more. Okay, take your time, because we're not doing an aerobic class. We're just keeping it nice and slow and controlled. Forwards, back, side, and together. So you want to keep lengthening through the spine. And let's do 1 more on the opposite leg. I think that should be enough. Well done. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of a stretch in the standing position. So make sure that you've got a little bit of room behind you. And we're just going to walk those feet back. Okay, so we're going to walk the feet back. And as you're walking the feet back, we're going to bring the chest slightly forwards. So this one is a nice stretch through the chest. We're going to feel it across the shoulders and back. But it's also a nice stretch on the legs. So we want to make sure that your feet are underneath your knees, knees underneath the hips. So we're not coming too far back with the legs. Okay, if that's too much of a stretch on the chest, you can walk it in and just hold on to the edge of the chair, drop the chest, or even just do it with straight leg position, straight arm position. So I'll just do that sideways. Okay, so you can see. So make sure your feet are underneath your knees and hips, or you can walk it back. Okay, so that one is a nice hamstring stretch. Nice stretch through the chest and a stretch through the back. Okay, and then coming up slowly, walking it back in, bringing it back to shoulder rolls. inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Okay, so I'll do this one sideways. It's a quad stretch. So this one's a difficult one to do if you're having any issues around your knee or your hips. You might find it hard to reach the leg. So if you can take a hold of your foot, same hand to same leg. You can hold on to your tracksuit bottom. And you can also do this using the chair. So you might find it hard to balance using the chair because you've got nothing in front of you to hold on to. So what you could do is to stand against a wall and have the hands against the wall and bring one foot on top of the chair. Okay? Or else you can do that in a balanced position. Your bottom foot then is underneath your knee and hip. Okay, and then change legs. So the same thing. Foot up on top of the chair, or you can hold on to the leg, focusing on the breath, inhaling through the nose, and exhaling through the mouth. So it's a quad stretch. And then take it down slowly. Let's take it up onto the seat position, onto the chair. Now, if you find this too hard, you don't need to do this one. We're going to try and lift one foot and just cross it over the knee. So make sure your foot is not directly on your knee and gently press the opposite knee down. Okay, so a little bit of inner thigh. If that's too hard on the knee, don't do it. And then place it down slowly. And the same, pick up, cross over. Okay, nice long spine. And then take it back down slowly. Okay, so well done. We're going to bring it into that breathing sequence that we always finish off with, just for a little bit of relaxation, bringing the awareness with the breath. So bring yourself comfortably into your chair, lengthening through the spine. Bring the awareness to the breath and the connection with the core, belly button ever so gently coming into the spine. You can go hands facing up, you can rest the hands down. Whatever way you feel comfortable, just let it rest. Sitting comfortably, letting the feet ground, rest down into the mat or to the floor, and keeping the awareness with the breath. So you can keep your eyes open or closed, whatever way you feel comfortable. And we're going to start off with a 5-second breath, working to 10 and 10, working back to 5. Okay, so we're going to start off on the inhale breath. We're going to breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathing out 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And back to in 2, 3, 4, 5. And out 2, 3, 4, 5. And just finding a breath somewhere between 5 and 10 that you feel comfortable with. You don't have to count it in your head, you're just breathing. Feeling the rib cage expanding as you inhale and contracting on the exhale breath. And we're going to do 2 more breaths in this rested position. And then 1 more breath in this rested position. And if you've had your eyes closed, you're just going to open the eyes slowly. Bring the awareness with the breath, keeping the neck, the shoulders resting. And just continuing just to keep that centered breathing exercises. And then we're going to waken up the body, let the arms rest. We're going to give the shoulders a little bit of a roll. You can loosen out through the neck. If you want to do a few head rotations, you can move the legs if you want to move the legs. Just let the body waken back up again. Bring yourself back into the room. Okay, so well done. I think that was week 6 now of the videos, so just remember to go back through all of the other videos. There's lots of different videos to suit everyone between seated position and standing, or both. And you can change the videos around each day or each week, so you're doing something different each time. So great to see you all joining in on the videos again. I hope you're enjoying them, and I shall chat to you all soon.